So nuclear power is supposed to be very bad for the Earth. There have been many environmental groups that have been fighting nuclear power, which is also known as atomic power. The nuclear power is used of sustained nuclear fission. It helps to generate basically heat and electricity. There are many nuclear power plants, around 5.7% of the world's energy, and 13% of the world's electricity is generated by nuclear. And so environmental groups have been getting together in order to try and combat the use of nuclear power, which isn't suspected to be all that safe. There are many environmental factors that can be used, that can be caused by nuclear waste, which include too much sulfur in the air, pollution, water pollution. It can cause genetic malfunctions in nature, and many other things. It can also bring along a case of acid rain. The most important waste stream from nuclear power plants are the actual fuel that it produces. It has transuranic antonides, which is basically plutonium and curium, and it has a range of bad elements which create radioactivity, which is of course very bad for the world. So basically everyone wants to get rid of nuclear use. It's basically used in, homes, providing electricity and whatnot to homes and businesses. But it also is used for warships and other things as well. No one wants to be responsible for what can happen if proper procedures aren't taken with toxic material, which provides toxic waste. Nuclear plants have been often pulverized by debates and rebuke with their toxicity levels. If there's any sort of dam or anything near the nuclear power plant, it's presumed that the water in the dam will be completely toxic, being a dump zone for toxic waste. Environmental groups want to get rid of nuclear plants, basically because they know that they're not very good. They say they also provide climate change, and help provide extreme heat waves, which is very bad for the world, and it contaminates seawater and makes it corrosive, which is bad for the marine environment. So that's rather bad as well. However, not everyone is going to want to just get rid of nuclear power. I mean, there are people for it and there are people against it. People who are for it often declare that it's cheaper than other non-toxic ways to produce electricity and whatnot. So it's cheaper, and it was actually developed sooner than other production plants. So it's sort of it's like a tradition to use it, and not everyone wants to get rid of it. Some people think it's the best or the better way to create power. It's more dependable, and actually some even say that it provides less waste than other types of plants. Everyone is trying to throw stones at nuclear power plants in order to make it phase out, but so far it hasn't worked. America, I think, is the largest user of nuclear power, but also other countries like to use it as well, in Europe, in Japan, whatnot. But nuclear power is sort of a great military tool for the USA, so they try to keep it on board as part of their energy source. But they are also one of the most polluted countries, and they have great climate change differentiation than in other parts of the world, which people have noticed with their freak storms and whatnot that have been evident in the past 3 years. Overall, nuclear energy shouldn't be used when there are other greener options, more environmentally safe options. It is very bad. It's a pollutant. The nuclear waste is pollutant, and it is corrosive. It destroys natural environment, natural habitats. If you have toxic waste near reefs, the toxicity levels will destroy those reefs. It would be strange to have the reefs develop with more abundancy when exposed to toxic waste, and same with the marine life. It's very bad for marine life, and those creatures that live in the water can also develop mutations, which is a development, but probably not the best development ever invented. Some people say, so we've created a new version of what's already on the chain and created like a new phase of Darwinism.